Hello everyone and welcome to this little, welcome back to this little Women's Day special. LP of Analog A Hate Story. We are now going to look into block 10, which seems like it should be pretty brief. At the moment at least. It will be filled out later in the story. Who's Ryuyawa again? Right. She should be the... Oh. Okay, so this is a message from the Emperor's first wife to the Emperor's second wife. Awkward would be an apt word, I suppose. Okay, so this is about breeding. Keeping the dynasty afloat, as it were. I just... Whenever I hear that, I just feel dirty. I mean, well, when I hear things like that, in, you know, feudal Europe, royal marriages and like, I mean, hey, Sweden is a monarchy. We've yeah, we have that stuff, and it annoys the ever-living shit out of me, and I just feel so terrible for our princesses. Not so much the prince. I mean, we don't really care about what he does, except when he gets caught for speeding or whatever. He's supposed to be, as I understand it, he's a race driver, but now I've been getting sidetracked here. Change the page now. Okay. And here I have a little nice cup of tea for the joy of, yeah, reading through all these messages. Maybe I would have some tea if I was on a spaceship doing this myself. You never know. Okay, so the admin password is the second wife's birth name. Would that be the first or last name? That's kind of relevant. I guess they're talking about the last name, which would not be recorded anywhere, because we're being civilized apparently. Right. Oh, a mere lowly woman. Yeah, I can think of a few people who would go, shall we say, apoplectic? Well, apoplectic on the mere suggestion of, well, the mere combination of those three words. Well. Oh. Don't worry about the page change, but whatever. Your duty may be great, but you will be loved. That's very gracious of the first wife. You know, you have to give her that. So what do you have to say about that, lady person? Yeah. So, you know, when I first played the game, I clicked the Pale Bride here. So, for now, just for completeness sake, I'm going to go for Yaiwa. Okay. So, when we can come back to this, then show this to the AI again and tell her to give us the dirt on the Pale Bride. But first, we have this. And again, if you read less quickly than I do, of course you should pause the video. The text is the meat and potatoes of this game. So I expect you to read the text. Oh, pedophilia much? Now, to be, well, slightly, well, a little bit fairer, I should say, without being perhaps completely fair, I understand that, at least in Japan, being an East Asian nation, I expect Korea is not that much different. It is socially acceptable to consider girls as young as 13 sexy. Maybe not actually having sex with them, but yeah, it sounds bad, and I am not going to make it sound any better. So I'll just leave it at that. I have heard though that in Japan, girls can marry at the age of 15 if they have their parents' approval. To not need parents' approval, everyone needs to be over 18. Or, I mean, 18 or older in terms of marriage. Drinking is a little different there, but that's something else entirely. So the point of all that little aside is that this is not completely batshit crazy, although it does give me hella creeps. Let's move on. Yeah, there you go. Well, you and I, well, the AI, you and I wants to have a word with us. Good. Well, now I feel sad. Yeah, hey. Well, what else was I gonna do? Okay, so since when could AIs get socially awkward again? Huh. My count was pretty accurate. Almost. Well. Yeah, okay. Year 900 something, but I don't think I guessed 940, but yeah, that's 620 years. Yeah, well, that's what being a digital processing something or other will do for you. Again, I don't buy the concept that an AI would get lonely, but I digress. Or in ways that would scare you if you were completely human. Although I guess we kind of get back to that. She's actually not a, shall we say, an AI built from scratch. That's for a later message. Wow, idling for 100 years. Respect. Yeah, you went into hibernation mode. Yeah, that happens. I guess not every computer will start up after 100 years of hibernation though. You know, dust and shenanigans. But who cares? And that's just not a thing in this game. Yeah, you are kind of rambling. But I approve. It's good to ramble once in a while. Yeah, and okay, happy to be there for you, I guess. Can we show this message to you and get a different dialogue? Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's see more about the Pale Bride then. Show message, blah 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 blah. Give me more about the Pale Bride. Okay, well, we have a dump, a motherlode as it were. Only not in block 10 apparently. New messages in block 5, okay. Just a little bit of that, and the month of good fortune. Last of February, year 319, it seems. Huh. Okay. A bit of a conundrum. So you don't have any female progeny of marriageable age, and the Emperor, Captain something, requests some, yeah, shall we just say, surrogate procreation equipment? Huh? This sounds mystical. Is it this kind of a story? You know, magic and stuff? Well, I guess I can sort of spoil it for you slightly. It's not a big spoiler. This bit here is all a misunderstanding. The key thing is I think we will read later that the inscription here is in Chinese lettering, not Korean, or not the kind of inscription the crew is used to read. So the name Pale Bride is actually a misreading. And this educational, I would say, glitch will be relevant for what this giant egg turns out to be in the end. But let's move on. Okay. Okay, yeah, now I read it as well. So, in the Kim family, they've had this, not really an egg. And apparently there is a girl inside it. So, yeah, let's just give her to the Emperor because she doesn't have anything to... Well, she doesn't... Well, her opinion doesn't matter, apparently. Yeah, this bit here is actually important. He smashed the egg to get the pale bride out of, yeah, the egg. So, Yunai, do you have something to say about this? Obnoxiously patriarchal? Yeah, that sounds about right. Well, yeah, I do need to know more about what happened here, so hit me. I do insist indeed. Do indeed insist. Right. Let's not take him too seriously, apparently. A message from the Pale Bride. Cryostasis. Uh-oh. So she is not well at this point in time. Oh. Planet of the Apes, I guess. Changing page now. Oh, so she is directly descend. Oh. So she is a Kim. Okay, we can try that for a super user password. Yeah, please. Thank you. For now, I just want to do a little bit of hack. Oh, ho, ho, hello. Right. Well, we have hit motherload. I'll just try to hack into the terminal first, though. Well, okay. No luck. Back to block 5. Oh, and then we have some more in block 9. Okay, why? Oh, so she a tomboy? Changing page and now. Yeah. The idea of who is more civilized than the other is always a matter of perspective, isn't it? Well, was she too sick to eat, though? If she was, I would say that was a legitimate reason. Well, the Pale Bride did mention that she had some kind of a disease that needed medication that they didn't have back when she was put in cryostasis. I suppose it is kind of asking a lot for a 13-year-old to keep a whole bunch of medical terms, you know, in their vocabulary. But this just smells like a great big misunderstanding. And that's unfortunate. I'll ask for her mother's reply first, then come back and get the... No? Never mind. But that's silly. Well, I mean, that's kind of what we do today with emails. But that's for everyone. Why should women be, well, treated separately, differently? That sounds very patriarchal. This is not a nice place to be. Does all that sound reasonable to you? No? I think this sounds stupid. Huh. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, let's click here then. Yep, thank you. Yeah, I guess we still have a whole bunch here in block 5 to get through first. Let's do that. But why couldn't she leave the apartment or house or wherever, the home? Oh, is she talking about the Emperor's first wife here? Oh, yeah, that would be the Emperor's first wife. Oh. Turning page now. Yeah, just one little aside up here about this. At least in Europe, back in the, I think it was 18th century, maybe 19th as well, it was considered beautiful to have a bit of pallor to your complexion. To do that, people liberally applied powdered lead. Well, powder with lead in it, at least. Sound healthy to you? So, yeah, people were not doing too well, I do believe. Oh, compromised immune system. There we go. There are a lot of autoimmune diseases. I don't know any of them by name, but I do know that my mother used to work with them before she retired. So I know they exist and that they are creepy as all heck. But yeah, disease does make you not grow as well as you otherwise would, meaning you would likely get a little too thin rather than healthy thin. So I'm guessing this pale bride is unhealthy thin, and in that case, you know, I've seen some very thin people who don't seem to be unhealthy, but it's just let's just not call that beauty, okay? Jesus, people just look prepubescent sometimes, even in their 20s. It's just nuts. But anyway, let's just move on. Changing the page now. Lots of though, not good for text flow, but that critique is not really relevant to the task at hand. So, what do you have to say about this? Okay, let's move on until the bottom arrow is grayed out. Okay, making some progress at least. So, yeah, by the way, these titles, you may find that they lack some articles and such. At least I would have expected to see I still think my sister-in-law. And you know, there are a lot of cases like that throughout the game. I don't actually think this is because of a poor translation. I think this is a conscious style choice. With that said, well, there are probably places where they have chosen, you know, less suitable words or phrases for what they mean to express. But things like this, I think this is intentional. Okay, so I can infer from this that that the Pale Bride was from Earth, left the planet on the ship and was put in stasis. And she remembers that when they departed, there was a lot of stuff on, yeah, on the computers in terms of books and cartoons and, well, presumably other things. But now there is none of that stuff available anymore. Changing page now. Okay, yeah. Now I get it. So the inscription on the stasis thing they destroyed was in Korean, and the people on the ship right now only know how to read Chinese, and that's why they misunderstood it. Okay. That almost makes sense. I'm guessing she doesn't... I'm guessing the Pale Bride is not too good with Chinese then. Oh, yeah. I just speculate about this. Oh well. Why? Changing page now. Wait, sister-in-law, is that the Emperor's first wife? Oh wait, no, that's different, I think. Yeah, we have gender roles, everyone. Well, yeah, I mean, you just go to the toilet and you find out. I mean, why? Why? What's the big idea? I don't have any idea what you're talking about either. Doesn't make sense to me at all. Okay, the AI wants to speak with us. Then I think we will have to cut to a new episode. Oh, and connect the power cable to my laptop. There we go. Well, that depends on what question you have in mind. Yeah, right, that one. Well, I mean, that is one of the questions I have, but that is one I certainly would like the answer to. That is true. You know, I think... Oh, yeah, right. In the sort of expansion to this adventure, yeah, they did release an expansion pack, a DLC if you wish, but I call them expansion packs because I'm just old school like that. They do revisit this event, and I think it was the chief of security that just went in, or yeah, some kind of security staff that went into the databases and just deleted a whole bunch of books. Book burning, in the digital age. However, that expansion pack, yeah, that is Hate Plus I'm talking about. I just played through it a little this morning, and I found a, shall we say, disturbing scene. Although it is only textual and, fairly not really explicit, it just made me feel very uncomfortable to read, and yeah. That is not really the kind of maturity I want on my channel, so I am not going to go over. Well, I'm not going to do a let's play of that expansion, but if you do go and buy this game to play it yourself, I think you should go play Hate Plus as well to get the complete picture. Just, it's a fair case of issuing a trigger warning, I really have to say. Well, I wonder what the reckoning is, though. Oh yeah, one other thing about Hate Plus. I think the current year is presented as 4,000 something. So if this, as we're playing this, would be year 400 something, the event that took place that, well, where they lost all the books and everyone went all stupid, that would have been in the year 3000 something. Just putting that in perspective. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will have to be it for this episode. And yeah, see you back for the remaining messages of Data Block 5.